14 is divided into two sections. The first part is distributing expressions. The second part is expressions where you substitute a value for a variable. We'll do 3 of these together, starting with number 2. Simplify the expressions, and you have distribution. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to rewrite that whole thing, but get rid of the parentheses. So that gives me 4x. I've got negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. And then plus 4. Now I've got an x variable term and a constant. So I will do my x's first. 4x plus 2x is 6x. And my constant, negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8. Now let's go down and do 3 of these where you are substituting. Look right here. You have a negative variable to substitute, and whenever I substitute with the negative integer, I said variable. Whenever I substitute with a negative integer, I always like to put parentheses around it. It just makes it easier. So we've got 8x. First, I'm going to simplify this and get rid of the parentheses. Plus 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. It's a whole lot easier if you simplify it before you substitute. So now let me put together my x's. I have 10x minus 12. Now I have that as simple as it gets, so now I'm going to substitute. Remember, I'm going to put it in parentheses. 10 times negative 5 minus 12. Multiply first. Negative 50 minus 12. It's a lot of negatives. Gives me a negative 62. Look at number 2. So remember, first I'm going to simplify it, and then I will substitute. So I'm going to rewrite this and get rid of the parentheses. So 4x, got negative 3 times 2x, negative 6x, negative 3 times negative y is positive 3y. There we go. I can simplify this one more step. 4x minus 6x is negative 2x plus 3y. There we go. Now I can substitute. X is 1/2, negative 2 times 1/2 plus 3, y is 4, times 4. There are 2 ways that I can do this. Remember, times means of, and it might be easier to think of 1/2 of negative 2. If you're not comfortable with that, then you can multiply these out. We can come up here, and we'll do negative 2 times 1/2. There we go. Change that whole number into a fraction so we can multiply straight across. And that gives us negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. 1 times 2 is 2, which gives us final negative 1. So back down here. 1/2 of negative 2 is negative 1. So I'm going to come over here and write it because I ran out of room. Negative 1 plus 3 times 4 is 12. So plus 12. Negative 1 plus 12 is 11. That is my final value. And let me come over here and circle this. Let's do one more. We're doing this one because this one has a decimal. We did number 2 because it had a fraction. But it's all the same. Fraction, decimal, whole number, it still is the same. 3x minus 2y. Well, there is nothing in that to simplify. It's already in simplest form. So I'll just go straight ahead and substitute. 3 times x is negative 9 minus 2 times y is 2.5, 2.5, 2 5/10, however you want to say it. Like that. So 3 times negative 9 is negative 27. Negative 2 times 2 5/10, to me that will always be 2.5. That's what it looks like to me. Well, I can come down here and multiply it out. 2.5 times 2 . Don't forget my decimal. So it's 5. So negative 2 times 2.5 is negative 5. Another big negative number. My final answer is negative 32.